We continue with Halachot Pesach from Sefer Ben Ish Hai, Parashat Sav, Halacha Chaf Bet. Harosh Zal Haya Mishtadel Ba'asiyat Matzat Matzah Bichvodo Vasmo. Speaking about a very big Rav, Rosh, that he was one of the main pillars of halachic authorities, right, who rendered halachic decisions, a Jewish code of law. Right? He himself was always involved in making matzah for the sake of Pesach. There is a mitzvah of baking matzah on Erev Pesach, and he used to always do it. Right? Even though that he was a very well-known rabbi and he was very busy with the community needs, but he would always set aside time to do that. Says, so if he did it, how much more so we need to partake in this mitzvah. The Amar Rabbeinu Arizal and our Rav Arizal teach us. Hatriach asmo b'mitzvat masa ad shemazia yo'il letikun Keri. That if a person works hard, right, he tries his best, right, working so hard that he sweats. He sweats because of making the matzah, being next to the tanur oven. Is heat there and he sweats. That sweating would be considered as a tikun, as a fix for tikun Keri, right? Vasing seed. As we know, vasing seed is one of the greatest averot sins, and a person needs to be very careful about it. And a person needs to always seek forgiveness. So this is one of the ways of tikkun. To do it, it's an easy tikkun. In other words, there are some places that they bake matzah before Pesach. This mitzvah, the main mitzvah of baking matzah is on Erev Pesach, just few hours before Pesach. So if a person can go to those places and join them with baking matzah and sweating, that would be a tikkun. Right? Yes, you have a question?
Is there such a place here in Los Angeles?
Yes. Yeah, they had it by Kahal Hasidim. Kahal Hasidim, yes, they had it. They had one. Rabbi Lalazarian had it.
They're not all Orthodox.
The other places too, okay? No, you definitely want to go to a place that they are aware of the laws. Otherwise, instead of baking matzah, you might be baking bread, chas v'shalom, and at those hours you don't want to have any chametz in your premises on Erev Pesach after chasut or a few hours into the day, right? So then your ear litikon Keri. וחלש אחר איסור 5 וחלש אחר איסור 5 לא אומר בתחילת הלישה כל פירורים שיפעלו בשעת לישה ועריכה וכן בסך הנדבק בכלים יהיו הפקר כעפרה דערעה. Now there is a fear that when you are making matzah, you have this dough that is stuck to the container. You have a little bit dough that is stuck to the roller, right? It gets stuck to the table, and that time you're not supposed to have chametz, and you need to bake this less than 18 minutes, right? That's why the matzah needs to be 18 minutes or less, right? So what is going to happen is, in order to immune yourself from this chametz, you make an announcement that whatever has remained, right, by the kelim on the table, whatever should be worthless, like afar, like the dirt of the dirt, and that there should not even be dough. From here we see the power of speech. That what you, the words that you render, you say, you announce could change the mahut, the essence of the item, from chametz to something that is hefcher, is ownerless, is like dirt. Do you mind making the air conditioning less?
Sure.
Sorry, it's right there. It's right in
Is it
front.
air conditioning or it's outside?
No, it's air conditioning. Yeah, sorry. It's right there. Yeah, thank you. והמנהג להשניע הלולבים להעסיק בהם התנור בעפיית matzat mitzvah. And the minhag is to bring your dried lulav, your dried hadassim and aravot, and put it in the oven that you're baking matzah with. Why do you have such a minhag, Daniel? You have that minhag, right? You have the minhag of bringing the dried lulavim and put it in the tanur, in the oven, because we want to connect one mitzvah to another. Right? Vehine masad masva. What is the connection here? The connection is connection of is connection of the mitzvah of arba minim of the sukkah, the na'anuim that we make, we connecting it to Pesach. So it's always good to connect. How do you connect sukkah to Chanukah? Who knows this?
It's both miracles.
But some people they make etrog jam, right? Etrog jelly, right?
Put it into the.
And they bring it.
They
bring it. No, they bring it from Sukkah to Chanukah. And some, what they do is they put a jar of oil in the Sukkah, and then they use that jar of oil for Chanukah. So this way you're connecting another chag to another chag, right? So then Arav Ben Ish Hai Alav Shalom goes on to explain, right? והנה מצת מצווה זו מצווה מן המובחל ללוש ואפות אותה בערב פסח על שבע ומחסה. This mitzvah is until 7.5 hours into the day. So you don't have to actually put it in the oven. You could make the dough, right? Somebody else could make the dough and you could put it in the oven. I believe as long as you're doing something contributing to making the matzah, you do this mitzvah of mitzvah matzah. So look further over the Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen.